option that has created a lot of intrigue, acetyl L-carnitine, brain health, fat burning. There's a lot to talk about with this. And Andrew, a lot of curiosity surrounding it. This time of year, needless to say, it's one of the perfect choices for a monthly special.
It's a fascinating product. Originally, we had a product called CarniSlim, and CarniSlim was expensive, and the carnitine we had in a number of products was expensive. And we had a special ingredient, the ingredient we're talking about here, called Acetyl L-carnitine. But it was only in my memory and brain product because it was a special form of carnitine that offered not just benefits in terms of supporting fat metabolism, but also offered benefits in supporting our brain, in supporting the neurotransmitter our brain needs to manufacture, also supporting energy production in the brain. Unfortunately, that acetyl L-carnitine was extremely expensive. That was until about a little less than a year ago. And we were able to introduce this product, 500 milligrams of acetyl L-carnitine, such that you now get the least expensive carnitine we've ever offered, but it's not in the typical form of carnitine. It's in this special form that also gives brain benefits as well. So it's something I never expected to occur, that we'd be able to offer a form of carnitine that, whether you want it or not, when you're getting your fat metabolism support benefits, you're also getting benefits in terms of supporting your brain and brain function. So and if you just want this purely as an incredible ingredient, sort of a foundational ingredient in terms of brain health, then you're getting it at just an absolutely incredible price. And this also is today's special pricing. This is the best pricing ever on this ingredient. So this is an ingredient that in the past would have been, this large bottle would have been hundreds of dollars. Today, I think it's, with the monthly special pricing, I think it's $49.90 for the large size.
Yes, it is indeed, just down from $90 to $49.90.
A little more than a dime a capsule for 500 milligrams of not just carnitine, but acetyl L-carnitine, which provides both. You don't have to choose between them. The brain benefits, the supporting of the brain benefits and energy production in the brain, neurotransmitter production in the brain, and of course, if you're doing all the good healthy work this time of year in terms of dietary changes and activity, then it's the key ingredient, carnitine, in all fat-burning metabolism in our body.
I'll read a couple reviews because they have been pouring in all year long. Can't do without it. I recently added this product to my vitamin and supplement routine. What a difference. I have extra energy, but not in a jittery, hyper way, just in a feel-good way. I think my mental focus is sharper as well. A nice side effect is that I don't seem to get hungry between meals. Gave me my brain memory back. I'm reordering and I've been using this for over a year. Since being on this supplement, I feel more normal and don't lose my train of thought as I used to. Having seen the devastation of my grandma without cognitive issues, and now my mom, I'm having her supplement with this as well. We have to be proactive with our own health. I discovered recently many medications contribute to memory loss, and it really is scary. Doctors don't warn people of this. I mean, there are, and one last one they're saying, great one, I just received this one and it took it for 3 days. This is a winner and a keeper. I could tell the difference in how I feel immediately. Thank you, Andrew, you are the best. Andrew, I have a quick question, if I may. I noticed, I opened one of the caps up, and when I pour it out, the consistency and the texture, it almost feels like powdery snow. Could we just talk about that? Because it feels different to your others.
Well, what you're observing there is another example of why we're in Henderson, Nevada. Because in Nevada, in the desert, it's the only possibility to get that material into a capsule without using all sorts of lubricants and flowing agents and chemical additives and things like that. It is a very, very, very difficult material to encapsulate, but we managed to do so. So it's not just exciting that this ingredient has become so affordable, because this is an ingredient that I would have never expected this quantity in a capsule and this quantity of capsules in a bottle, as I said before, to be less than a few $100s. Right. Acetyl L-carnitine used to be incredibly expensive.
Yes.
But like CoQ10, there are a few ingredients that we have managed to dramatically lower their price and their cost, not just over the years, but over the decades. I mean, CoQ10 is 90% less expensive today than it was in 1984 when I introduced it.
Wow.
And acetyl L-carnitine is almost as good. So in terms of savings versus the past. So it's an exciting ingredient that used to be really expensive to enjoy its benefits. Now, we often talk about when products cost a dime a capsule, that you can buy empty capsules and they cost at least a few pennies each. So it's pretty exciting when you get an ingredient like this, which is a very sophisticated ingredient. So it's not something I would have expected in the past. And we've all heard of something in our brains called acetylcholine. Acetylcholine is the most important neurotransmitter in our body. When you get acetylcarnitine, acetyl L-carnitine, you get a material that assists and promotes our production of acetylcholine. And so you're not just getting the simple benefits in terms of fat-burning metabolism, you get both. And so that's exciting. As I always say, the makers of drugs have to warn everyone about side effects.
Yes.
With my products, I get to tell you about the other side benefits. No warnings. It's just greater opportunities, and this is a perfect example of that.
Well, that brings us to our final of our monthly specials, and certainly very important for this month of January.